Also, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm doing like a little ponytail moment.
Oh, I did notice. I did notice.
Do we like? Do we like?
Not bad. It fits you.
Um, you know my whole I want to shave my head, but I'm too scared to
Yeah,
shave
yeah,
my
yeah, yeah.
head.
We talked about it.
I'm back on that right now.
Just so hear me out. Just do it. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
Right, that's what I said. And then Jess was like, "I don't know if you have the head shape to
No, no,
be
no, no.
a dude with a shaved head." And I said, "You're married already, so it doesn't
And
matter."
it's just hair. Like,
Right,
I think anyone owes it to themselves to experiment with different hairstyles to find out what they like or don't like.
exactly. I was like,
So,
"My hair grows back super fast anyways, like 4 months from now, I'll be back to where I'm at right now."
yeah,
Like,
and it's not like you have a big head, so you'd be fine.
yeah.
You have, like, a normal
The
size.
only thing is I do have like a bald spot back here and it's pretty big. Like every time I get my hair done, they're like, "You have a bald spot back here. Do you know that?" And I'm like, "Don't you think I would
Right,
know I
right,
have a bald
dude, like,
spot?"
I've been alive for this long, you don't think I would know.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know,
Um,
I just say just do it, and the summer's coming up.
right,
Yeah,
that's why I've been wanting to do it.
just do it, and then it look
I've been wanting to do it since high school, so, like, why I need to fucking do it already.
so I like, when I was gonna cut off my perm, I just said, like so I told Christiana about it, I was like, "Oh, I think I just wanna do, like, a buzz cut," and she was like, "Don't do that,"
Mhm.
and then, Skylar was like, "Just do it, fuck it, just do it," and then he's like, "You're already married,
Yeah.
she can't say anything," and I was like, "You know what, fuck it," and then so I told her, she's like, "Just get the same haircut, get the same haircut," and I was like, "Oh, okay, okay," and then she was waiting outside, and I went to the barber shop, and I was like, "We're just gonna cut it off," and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna do a buzz cut," and he was like, "Okay," and then I was like, "You think it looked bad?" He's like, "No," and it didn't look too bad. The only thing was is
Yeah.
that my hair was thinner, so then I forgot to wear, like, a hat in the summer, but when we went
Mm.
swimming, and then I burnt, like, the top of my head, but that was my fault. That was my fault, but otherwise, it didn't look too bad, and it's kinda nice, but just do it. That's exciting. We've talked about this
Yeah.
before.
I feel like
I've said,
at
"Just do
least
it." Yeah.
yeah, like, I I've been wanting to do it since high school, like, I just need to rip the fucking Band-Aid off and
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah, just do it, and then if she hates it, then you're just like, "Okay, cool." Like, and then if you love it, then you just do it whenever you wanna do it. You'll just go back, it's hair.
Yeah. My sister's turning 35, this month,
Mhm,
so she's throwing a Mr. 305 birthday party.
mhm.
So I was like, "See, perfect time for me to go bald." Like
It is, and, like, if you choose to do it, right, like, don't tell her because then she's gonna be like, "No, don't do it, don't do it, just do it," and
Mhm.
then
No, I think yeah,
ask for forgiveness later.
that ha that's how it has to go.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just paid to get my hair permed, and I'm like, "I just paid $200 for me to just shave it off after 3 months,
Fuck
4
it.
months."
I don't know. That's it. I don't know, I think you should. You might like it. Change your
We'll
life.
see. We'll see what I look like next time we record. That's how I'll let you
Okay,
know.
okay. I'll still encourage you every time, though, even if you don't do it. Perfect.
What do you
But yeah, no, I literally had to be talked into it for a while, and then Skylar was like, just do it," and he's like, "Don't tell her," and I was like, "Okay," so then I went in there, and then I came out, and she just looked at me, and she just shook her head, and I was like, "It doesn't look bad," and she was like, "No." She's like, "It doesn't look bad," and
she's all
yeah,
mad
she's like,
though.
"But I don't like it," and I was like, "It'll grow back," and then
Yeah.
I just keep it short.
Um, do they just give you the same number all around? Like, is this something I can do at home, or you think I gotta get it
I
like
would do it in
shaped?
a barbershop because then they can, like, like, make it look not like it was just one guard through
That's
your
true.
head,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I think you would hate it if it was like that.
If I
But
did
if
it
they
like
had, like,
that,
a
yeah.
nice evened, like, they know how to do it. So I would go to, like, a barber shop to do it.
My selling point was like, then you can just dye a bunch of designs in my head.
Exactly. See?
Like, that's so fun.
Yes, exactly. Do it.
We'll see. She has her graduation, in May, so I'm like, "Do I wanna ruin her
Oh, no, no,
graduation
no.
with my
Definitely
bald
do it
ass head?"
before then, though, because then it, like, grows back a little bit. Yeah. So it'd be perfect.
No, after.
No, 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 no. No.
After the graduation.
Well, because it would grow back in, like you do it now. When is it in May? The end of May? Beginning of May?
Yeah.
End of May?
Mid-May?
Oh, okay. Mm. Yeah, you probably wanna wait
That's
till
not enough
after.
time for
Yeah, she'll
yeah.
be real mad, especially if she doesn't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. She's gonna look back at her graduation photos and be like, "I told you not to shave your fucking head."
She's just gonna get pissed off the whole time.
Yeah.
That's funny. Welcome back to another episode of Two Guys Unfiltered. This is part 2 to our Reddit reactions trans edition.
We are currently working on a little surprise for the channel. We're about 8 or so months in, with this podcast YouTube channel, so we wanted, to do a little something. So leave a comment guessing what you think we are working on, and if you're correct, maybe you'll get something out of it. As always, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, so you don't miss out on our little secret.
All right. So, am I the asshole for saying to my trans brother that he still looks like a woman? So, my name is
Yes.
Victor, male, 20 years old, living with my parents and my 18-year-old trans brother. My brother came out as trans 2 to 3 years ago after a long period of depression and a suicide attempt. I always supported his transition and encouraged him in his changes. Would they, I don't, it says, would they be identitary or sexual? Okay. Um, I think you meant to say whether they be. We're super good friends and I'm the ally in the family. My parents only half accepting the transition. I really do love him and wish the best for him. He didn't have an easy life, and I always tried to make his life easier by supporting him the best I could. With that being said, I'm still his brother, and brothers insult each other and have fights. It's life. Moreover, I'm cis, white, heterosexual man, the most privileged of people. I do not know how it feels to be trans and to live a difficult life. Mine's been easy and smooth. I said some things in the past that hurt him. Would it be Would it be knowingly or not? I feel bad because I never know if I'm going to insult him by saying nearly anything about anybody. That being said, I'm really open minded and always try to be more inclusive in my speech and life decisions. The other night, I was with him and a couple of my friends, or friends of him. We were having a good time, smoking weed, cracking jokes, a good vibe. At one point, the girl we were chilling with said the first time she saw my brother and his friends, both trans men, she thought they were cis guys. I said, "No way." In surprise because I would never think this. As crude as it may sound, my brother still looks like a woman. The only thing masculine about him is his buzz cut. I was literally just surprised. My brother loudly told me to shut up. It he got extremely insulted. It created an awkward moment where I tried to get what got him so mad that he would shout at me in front of his friends. I was a bit high and dumb, so it took me a couple of minutes to get it. Still, I implied he didn't pass. And not in a bad way, like in an awkward one. It wasn't great for me to say that, but I still think that my brother overreacted. The next day an we had an other beef in which said that he still looked like a woman. Quite knowingly, I said it to him to understand what I meant when I said it. No way when I said no way the other night. It wasn't a good thing to say, and I feel really bad to make him remember that he still didn't achieve his goal looking like a man. He was really mad and I get it. I get that I'm on the bad side of the situation here and he has all the rights to be mad. The first thing that I said was really accidental, and the other thing I said was on purpose. I feel bad about it. He blocked me on Instagram. A friend showed me his story that my brother made, in which he says that I said he looks like a woman and didn't pass, making pass for a total making pass for a total bitch for all the people who look at the story. I get that he's mad, but I feel he overreacted by posting the situation on social media, kind of canceling me with people I personally know and only exposing what he wants about the situation. I feel like those things should stay private. He as hurting as they may be, I don't feel I said something that is cancelable. At least I'm not at the point of exposing me, at least not at the point of exposing me publicly and making me pass for a horrible person. Am I the asshole? That one had a lot of typos in it. I'll just say that. Or wrong words used. Can't hear you. You're muted.
Sorry, Cora was being loud.
No, you're good.
So wait, when they were with their friends smoking, what was the comment that was made again for the brother to respond, "No way"?
So one of the girls that were there, she said the first time she saw the brother and his friend, which are both trans men, she thought that they were cis. And the brother says, "No way!" Like surprising her.
Okay. I think you are the asshole, and I think hindsight bias is at play here because the brother knows that his brother is trans. Therefore, I feel like family members always see you in that light. Not always, right? Like, but my experience, my family will always see me as a trans man. They will never see me as a man. Like, I feel like when they see me, they're like, "Oh yeah, you used to be a girl. Now you're a guy, I guess." Right? And I feel like that's what the brother's doing. It's like, "I've seen what you look like as a female,
Mhm.
and now, like, I have adjusted calling you this different name and calling you these different pronouns, but at the end of the day, you still look like a girl to me, or I still see you as a girl."
Agreed. Yeah, the brother is the asshole. Well, cause like not even just the first, like even if we excuse the first, like, "Oh, no way," like, you really thought that they were cis guys. It's like you went back a second time and was like, "Oh, well, I said that because you still look like a woman."
'Cause I agree. Like, I
Yeah,
stand to my point. Well, like,
yeah.
yes, then you
It's like
he's even
definitely
admitted
the
that he
asshole.
knows he's in the wrong, like
Yeah. Yeah, there's no other way around it, even if you take out the whole, like, insult in the beginning was like, "No way," and then yeah, no, you're still insulting him. You're like,
Yeah,
"Well, I'm sorry, you still look like a woman, so
right,
what the fuck?" So, yeah,
asshole.
no, asshole. That's, like,
Okay,
number 1
here's
asshole.
the yeah, for sure. Here's the grandfather's funeral one. Um, okay. Me, 21, male, and my grandpa were pretty close. He was an accepting guy for being 90. I had come out to some of my family members I could trust, including him and my parents, but hadn't mentioned it to everyone. I was to give a speech at his funeral and, of course, was very emotional and got off course a bit. During during the end, his memory was getting really bad and he would accidentally detonate me or call me the wrong pronouns. But every time I corrected him, he would always be accepting all over again and say how brave or unique I was. During the funeral speech, I said how kind he was and how accepting he was, and I kind of forgot my audience. I said that one of my best memories was that every time I would correct him about my pronouns, he would re-accept me every time. I didn't really about it until later when I realized what I said and went, "Oh shit." But again, I didn't think it was the end of the world. At least everyone knows now, and I don't have to make such a big deal of coming out. Nobody talked about it during the ceremony, I guess not to make a scene. People just said that it was nice or acted kind of awkward, but again, I didn't think anything of it because everyone was so emotional. It wasn't until later that night my dad got a text from my uncle, 60, male, saying that he should talk to me about my speech and how it was very self centered. He said something along the lines that it was a very nice speech, but people were only talking about me and not my grandpa, and that it made some people even more upset than they already were. He said that I should have never mentioned my gender. It should have remained a personal memory between me and my grandpa. My dad understands where he is coming from and is on my side, but said, oh, sorry. My dad understands where he's coming from, but is on my side and said he didn't see how it was a big deal. I explained I just said it in the moment and he said I didn't do anything wrong, even if I planned to say it because it was just a happy memory. I didn't think my family was super transphobic, but I guess some of the older people don't understand. Well, holidays will be more awkward now.
I'm gonna say, um they weren't the asshole in that situation at all. Obviously, like, somebody's dead and you're, like, you're just spitting things out because you're emotional, and you shouldn't have to,
Right.
like, keep things hidden to yourself or keep them personal memories or whatever, because people should just shut the fuck up and get over it because trans people exist.
Yeah.
So they're assholes if they have an issue with you
Like the other family
recounting a
members,
memory like
yeah.
that. Yeah,
No, for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, I 100% agree. I think that's such a low key way to come out, and it's very heartfelt. Like, for your grandpa
Mhm.
to have accepted you every single time you've had to, like, kind of remind them, like, I think that's a very good memory to share with your family. Like, I've had
Mhm.
to speak at, like, family's funerals, so that would be, like, a memory I would want to, like, speak on.
Right, right. Yeah, no, that's definitely not that wouldn't there was no way that they could have been the asshole in that entire situation. Otherwise, your
Yeah.
family members are assholes, so
Mhm.
alright, let's see. Am I the asshole for not kicking out my roommate just because my girlfriend thinks he might be trans? So I, 22-year-old male, have a roommate, let's call him Alex, male 23, who moved in about 6 months ago. I honestly never considered that Alex might be trans. Not that I would care if he was, but that's not the issue. He's a short guy, probably about 5'5". He has a lot of facial hair, muscles, looks like a short Henry Cavill. No one I know has ever brought up the idea before. I've had friends and family at our apartment before. This is really the part that gets to me because my mom is extremely against any gay people. And if she sensed anything was up, she would have caused problems right away. Well, he's trans doesn't make him gay. Anyways. Um, Alex and I get along. We're polite, but not really friends. He's quiet and super polite. He always pays rent on time, helps with chores. He even shares his cooking with me. Oh, he's definitely trans. Um, I appreciate having him around, especially because my last 3 roommates were each their own horror story. The issue came up when my girlfriend, let's call her Sarah, female 28, came over one day. Alex was shirtless. To clarify, I forgot to tell Alex she was coming over, and she noticed the scars on his chest. After that, she was quiet and short with me her entire stay. When she got home, she blew up my phone asking why I had a female living with me, and I was confused and asked what she was on about. She says that she knows that his scars are from top surgery, that he is short, so he has to be trans and born a female. I
Fuck
tried to
y'all. Not all
explain.
of us are short. I am, but not all of us are short. Sorry.
That's fair. I tried to explain that even if Alex is trans or born a female, there's no way I would be attracted to him because to any other person who looked at him, you would see a freaking guy. Plus, he's respectful. He doesn't cause drama like my last roommates, which she knows about. Just to be clear, I honestly still have no idea if Alex is even trans. I Googled it, and those scars can be from some other surgery,
Right.
like heart surgery or gynecomastia, or gynecomastia. I really don't have an argument for him being short, but there's a lot of short men. Um, at first, Sarah wanted me to just ask Alex if he was trans, which why the fuck would I do that? Or give her his last name so she can run a background check. I said no to both. And then she said this was a violation of trust and that I should either find out if Alex is trans and kick him out or just kick him out. That she would have to reevaluate things, or she would have to reevaluate things, basically threatening to break up. I said, I don't do ultimatums and that we're done. Since then, she's been messaging me every single day over 2 weeks, even after I blocked her on everything because she wouldn't leave me alone. Pissed that I wouldn't do the small thing for her. She ranges from, are you fucking him? Let's talk. Why can't you at least give me closure and ask him? To her most recent, telling our mutual friends about the situation. Our friend wants nothing to do with the shit show. I didn't feel bad at first after talking about it online, but after talking about it online, I've had a few people say I should just ask my roommate if he is trans just to keep the peace, or that I shouldn't have to essentially pick my roommate, um, who I've only had for about 6 months over my girlfriend of 5 years. I wonder if I'm being unreasonable. I legit what is it? I legitimately don't see how any straight dude can find Alex attractive, but maybe I should have done something to keep the peace. Am I the asshole?
Dump the girlfriend. Cause what the fuck?
It's just I don't know.
He
Dump the
is not the
girlfriend.
asshole. The girlfriend is the asshole. That's it.
Maybe the girlfriend's attracted to him.
Right? Talk
Maybe the
about
girlfriend
being
likes him.
insecure, though. Are you fucking him? Like,
Yeah, that's
damn, you went
crazy.
straight to that?
That's insane. Yeah, no, he's not the asshole. Leave your friend alone or leave your roommate alone. Don't ask him if he is trans. That is terrible.
Right.
If you
I'm glad
unless he
he
wants to
didn't
tell
give
you, but
I'm glad he didn't give the girlfriend, like, his full name to do a background check, because that's, like, such an invasion of privacy.
yeah, that's crazy. The girl sounds like a
I
psycho.
hope this person
Probably hate
yeah,
her.
she definitely does. I hope this person broke up with their girlfriend, because what the fuck?
Right. Is there any edits? No. The last thing he did say he did break up with her, so hopefully he's still
Okay, good.
breaking up with her. And that's why she went on a
Yes, you can
crazy tangent,
absolutely choose a roommate over a 5-year relationship because she's an evil person.
especially if they act like that.
Yeah.
And your roommate hasn't even done anything except for not wear a shirt.
Literally didn't wear a shirt and made you food. Like, what?
Right, right. And has muscles, don't forget that.
Yeah, muscles. And a full beard?
Like, he's
And a full
literally
beard.
not trans, he has muscles.
That's true.
And he's,
Okay.
like,
I'm
short.
gonna
All guys are
save
short.
I'm gonna save best for last because the last one I have is a little long.
Okay.
Because there's like a follow-up like thread.
Wait. Oh, this is your last one?
No, I have another one after this. Okay, then I'll let you choose actually then.
Okay.
Do we want um trans boyfriend to a wedding, but not my trans best friend? Or am I the asshole for telling my transgender child I need more time to process? That's the one that has an update post as well.
We'll do that one.
That one? Okay. This
Mhm.
one's long. Am I the asshole for telling my transgender child I need more time to process? I, 58 male, have a child, female to male 17, who is transgender. My child uses he, him pronouns and at school and around friends and also goes by a preferred name at school. My wife and I signed off on anything related to school and refer to my child with a preferred name and pronouns around teachers and friends. We are also in the process of hiring a college counselor and introducing my child with a preferred name and pronouns to said counselor, since that's what will be going on the college application. Last night, my child asked me to talk about why I or my wife haven't used a preferred name and pronouns at home. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like if you
Very
can
weird.
actively change it, despite it being 5 years since my child came out. Okay, whoa. My child seemed laid back and steady the entire conversation. Applause for the trans child. I could
Right,
never
yeah.
be me. But also seemed to be frustrated throughout the parts, particularly at my answers, the dad's. The truth is, as I told my child, I need more time. 5 years, bro. That's not enough time. Okay, sorry. I'm getting ahead of myself. I've called my child one thing for 17 years. It's not easy to just switch at the press of a button. 5 years is not a press of a button. My child also pointed out that some friends who are transgender have much more flexible parents when it comes to all of this, but I feel like my wife and I have been doing a good job. We got stuff set up with the school. We referred to my child in the preferred way around friends. I don't understand why my child is upset. I haven't used their legal name in years, but apparently that's not enough. In my defense, my child has never formally asked me or my wife to use preferred name or pronouns at home. They're using it at school and everywhere
They don't need
else.
to ask you
Common
at this point.
sense.
5 years.
Right. I asked my child about this, and the response was that it's not something I should have to ask you. It's something you just do. T. I feel
Mhm.
like my feelings aren't being um, considered here. It's not an easy change. I told my child that I was sorry things weren't moving as fast as my child might like, but I need time to process. We ended the conversation there on what I thought was a positive note, but my child has been giving me the silent treatment since they woke up this morning. I've told my wife that we should all have a discussion this weekend, but I'm worried it won't have the outcome my child wants. I'm very grateful that my child has been so patient, but I feel like some things might be said that my child will regret, and I'm worried for how that might impact our relationship. Apologies for the ramble. I do not have a lot of experience in this. Uh, and then edit. It says this is the first edit. I think there's a lot of them. Edit number one. Oh wait, let's just start there. Do we think
Let's
based
just
off that?
based off of the initial, you've had 5 years, and
Right,
if you're actively changing it up, like you said, if you're doing it purposely like, "Oh, these people get to know he, him, said name, blah, blah, blah." At home, fuck you, I don't have to call you any of that. But, like, I'm not gonna call you
right.
your dead name, but, like, how is it so hard for you to do, yet you're doing it in public and everywhere else, but behind closed doors, you're like, too much for me. Give me maybe 5 more years." 5 years
Yeah,
is a long
that's
time.
crazy.
5 years
Mhm.
is a while. And to, like, switch up like that, if you were still, like, not doing it in public or around other people, you were switching up, then we can maybe understand. But to me, even 5 years is still a while to, like, be like, "I'm still
5
getting
years
used to
is
it."
well in enough time for you to get with the program.
For sure. For sure.
Okay.
That's crazy. So right
Edit
now,
number
yes,
1.
that's an announcement.
Okay, so the first one was posted a year ago. The second one, this update one was 7 months ago, so about 4
Oh, wow.
months-ish in between. A lot
Mhm.
has happened, and while my child is away at camp, I thought I would take the time to post an update. Things have gotten a lot better, believe it or not. I received a lot of advice in the thousands of comments and dozens of DM requests I got. A lot of this advice was a wake up call that my wife and I really needed, and I appreciate everyone who took the time to send thoughtful and constructive responses. To those that wrote that my child was mentally ill and that he was just confused or that I needed to send him to conversion camp, shame on all of you. My child is happy, he is loved, and he is not going to hell just for being who he is. Tell him. On to what happened. My family and I had a series of discussions following the original conversation I had with my child. To put it simply, we realized how important it was for my child to be referred to with his preferred name and pronouns all the time, including home life. Duh. Over the
Common
months that
sense.
have passed, right. Over the months that have passed since our discussion, I have been referring to my child by his preferred name as much as I can. Yes, I occasionally mess up, but I'm trying my hardest. He went to prom this year with his friends, and I took him to rent a suit for the first time. When he left with the suit in hand, he turned to me and said that it was the first time I hadn't made a single mistake and that he really felt like my son for the first time. That's so cute. I won't lie, it made me tear up a little bit. We also went to a Father's Day baseball game this year, like we always do, but he told me that it felt like this was the first father son game instead of daddy daughter game. Even though our team got absolutely demolished, I think it was the most fun I have ever had at a game with him. It made me realize that I was putting my own comfort first, when in reality, seeing him this happy should have been my number one priority. I've been talking to my mother about referring to my child with the correct name and pronouns, and it's been a little slower. She's been to my son's theater performances where his preferred name is listed in the program, but I don't think she's fully understood that that name is going to be a permanent thing, not a school nickname. I don't expect her to fully get it, and my child is very understanding. However, my wife is still getting used to it, and it's definitely taking her a lot more time. My son will often point out how she goes out of her way to use non-specific language when talking about him. For example, he lost his keys last week, and when my wife told me, she said, I can't find the keys. The is to show the pause that she made when thinking of what to say. I didn't notice it very much at first, and I will admit part of it is because I used to make similar mistakes, but it's gotten pretty noticeable. I've talked to her in private, but she always been less willing, and part of me thinks she truly believes it's a phase. I don't know what to tell her. My son is relatively fine with it, but goes out of his way to avoid being around my wife when she's talking about him. I do the same thing. Family events are always a bit of a nightmare. My wife's side of the family is huge and she loves hosting, but they aren't the greatest with my son's name and pronouns. Surprisingly, though, her father has been pretty good calling my child E and occasionally using male pronouns, but it depends on who he's talking to. There is another trans member on my mother's side, but there has been a lot of hostility surrounding this person, and I wonder if part of that hostility is leaking onto how the family views my son as well. My son has discussed HRT, and I know he has plans to start as soon as he turns 18. I'm still discussing this with my wife, who is against it. She wants him to wait until he's done with college, as she's worried with all the change that will happen that HRT would just be too much. I don't know what to think. He has been saving money from basically anywhere he can. He worked a job last summer, and I know he has a couple hundred in his piggy bank. Our insurance would cover it, but it's under my wife's name, so she would have to allow it, if I'm not mistaken. I know my son has done more research than I have. I know he's been looking forward to this, and I know he's a pretty sneaky kid. He'll find a way to get his hands on it without my wife and I. We sure fucking will. I just want him to be safe and happy. I sincerely apologize for all my rambling. Um, my wife and I are working on getting my son back into therapy, the normal kind, not the one that would deny my son of his much deserved happiness. He was in it before, but asked to be removed from this then current therapist because wasn't helping very much. He asked for a younger therapist, one that has more shared interests, one that specializes in transgender youth. We're working on it. If it goes I think if that goes smoothly, then we'll all be better off. My son has brought up family therapy, but my wife is very much against it. She doesn't believe in all that stuff. Um,
Why don't you believe in therapy? That's crazy.
right. That was it. That's the update.
So now the wife is the asshole,
Now the
not the
wife is the
dad.
asshole for sure. I'm so
Yeah,
like, it's so
yeah.
refreshing to see this poster, the dad, like, actively, like, think about his actions and not just be like, "Oh,
Mhm.
whatever." Like, he's actively
Right, right,
trying to do better for his son, and, like, the wife to just be like, "Eh," and, like, very dismissive and, like, try to ignore it is crazy. Cause like, that's your fucking son. That's your child.
right, right, like, the dad is the one that's actually making the effort, took the time to make the
Right.
post, took the time to make another post, like, so,
Mhm.
like, they're, like, actively
And is
trying to fix
constantly,
things
like,
by the way.
talking to his wife to, like, help her think about or, like, put her thoughts into words and, like, have a discussion about it. Like, they're talking about family
Mhm.
therapy. They're like, "Obviously, I know you're like, things you're gonna say I'm not gonna like, so let's talk about it in a safe space." Like,
Right.
everyone but the wife is doing all the things to be reasonable and meet people where they're at except her.
So divorce the wife, take
And
your
raise your
son
kid
and
on
run
your
away.
own. Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. Get a new wife
That's
if you want to.
yeah, for
Get
sure.
a trans wife. Get a trans woman wife, and and then your ex-wife will really hate you. Alright, so that's a wrap on this episode. Thank you again for watching.
We really enjoyed filming these types of episodes, so if you guys want to see more of it, let us know. And as always, don't forget to share this episode with someone who needs it, and we'll see you next time. Bye.